Deberíamos hablar con Poppy. ¿Por qué? ¿Qué nos falta? Bueno, nos faltan todas las dudas sobre los demás, ¿no? Ah, podemos hablar de la peña con cada uno.
Within the mouth they dwell, the spoken word unfit for dealing with the shifting form of feeling, stand unblinking in the face of taciturn and soundless space. Foregone drifter, holding fast, days a shadow seeker past. Is it bravery or surrender, accepting that your world will render nothing darker than the gloom? Some four walls make
El Félix oculta algo.
Between the lips a silver spoon, a story written all
Sigo
too
pensando
soon.
que en esta sala
The
me falta
chosen
algo por
dwelling of
encontrar
her
secreto.
heart, unjustly chosen to depart. Lost her liberation lays in the center of a maze. Softly does the flower grow, all in time, and time is slow. Rest a seed within the earth, but do not rush its gentle birth. Hour by hour, day by day, tune your heart to nature's way.
¿Cómo?
That's me. I'm on a list of murder suspects. Always thought that would be kinda cool, but it's just tedious.
Falls a little short, doesn't it?
Feathers flashing in the light, from a sunbeam gleaming bright. I shield my eyes and turn my head, but all at once I've been misled. Light is shining on the stage, but through the railings of a cage. Eavesdrop what the stars are saying, earthly tether slowly fraying, floating helpless from the worst of jealous hunger, selfish thirst. Take a moment, kneel and meet the flowers growing at your feet. With surging tide, the waves are thrown.
¿Quién contrató
An
a
entity
Hudson?
of all its own.
Es otra
On its
pregunta
surface you
importante.
may see, reflected in the waters be, the orchestrator, pale and still, pulling strings, enacting will.
¿Podrías responder de forma normal?
Hard of head, but free of mind, unimprisoned, unconfined. With starry eyes, she sees beyond, behind our walls, beneath our pond. A soul untied, it's hers,
No
it's
me gusta
free.
cómo habla esta, no sé
Was
yo
then,
cómo va.
is now, will ever be.
Vale, a ver.
Yeah, it's mine.
What's so special about it?
I got it from my teacher. It's the first piece I ever learned.
How long have you been playing?
Since the day I turned 6. Family tradition. I was really excited to start learning. As soon as I got out of my first lesson, I told Freya and Fifi all about it. When I arrived at my second lesson the next day, Freya was there too. She hadn't
Déjalo
asked
ahí, Galán,
permission,
déjalo ahí.
just showed up. For 2 whole years, the teacher taught us both.
Was Freya any good?
She would have been even better than me, if she'd stuck with it. But
Oh,
one day, she just stopped coming to lessons.
Why?
That's just it. There was no reason. That's when I realized
¿fue cuando
things were
cambiaste?
different for her.
Can you play the tune for us?
Sure. It's literally 8 notes. I have it memorized.
Do you know where those earmuffs came from?
I put them there.
Why?
I found them lying around. I think they belonged to Fitz. I put them on the statue so he'd see them. I thought they looked like headphones, like he's in the recording studio with his guitar. No?
If they do belong to Fitz, he hasn't taken them back yet. When did you find them?
This morning.
Where?
I don't know, in a hallway. Can't remember exactly.
Esta mañana. Vale.
Does this belong to you, Poppy?
Now that's not really my style, is it?
But who else would own a tape like this?
Literally anybody. It was my mother's originally.
So, why is it up in Flora's room?
She just gets the most use out of it. Freya would borrow it too sometimes. I don't know what that is.
No entiendo por qué me responden con
Weird,
negativas cuando ya sabemos
considering
lo
we
que es.
found it hidden in your room?
Well, my room is full of junk. There's probably a bunch of stuff hidden in there. I don't mean like... Please stop talking to me.
This is a photo of Fifi and Freya, right?
Yeah,
How come you're not in it? You're friends with them too, aren't you?
I'm not really one for photographs.
Fifi looks like she really admires Freya.
Fifi's loyalty to Freya is unshakable. Don't look at me. I didn't break it.
Does anybody else use the music room?
Yes. I don't know who, but I can tell when somebody else has touched the piano.
A ver, puedo hacerme un... a tomar por culo y preguntarle absolutamente por todo, pero...
Hey, that's me. Not a bad likeness.
It looks like you're standing in a rose bush.
Is there something wrong with that? When I first saw it, I thought it looked like Flora was holding a knife, with blood on the tip.
You don't think that anymore?
No, it was a stupid thing to say. The room was dark. I was in shock. I'm just an idiot.
But it was blood on the tip. If you hadn't said anything, maybe Fifi wouldn't have checked.
Exactly. It's stupid.
But we would have missed out on an important clue.
Is it a clue? Really? Tell me how it's a clue. Tell me how it helps. Nothing about the knife makes any sense.
Porque
It's
no es
just
un cuchillo, es
freaking
una
everyone
pluma, pero
out.
porque hay sangre en la
I should have
pluma.
never said anything. Is that a gardening trowel?
Yeah, I think it belongs to Fitz.
Really? Huh. Never seen him use it.
Vale. No por el huevo,
What was
quizá.
inside?
Nothing.
Huh.
Y por la carta.
Don't you think that's weird? That the letter isn't addressed to anyone? Or signed by anyone?
Someone's being deliberately secretive.
Or they're trying to manipulate you?
Eso podemos intentar preguntar por todo, pero creo que quiero intentar no por todo. Vale. Pues vamos otra vez a hablar con todos. La otra no me va a hacer ningún caso.
A fellow bird enthusiast. She's quite the expert, truth be told. Studied them professionally at one point. I think her father taught her.
Are you friends? With
Eso es
Flora?
interesante.
A little bit.
A little bit friends.
She's one for the peace and quiet. I dare say I'm a little too loud for her.
I can see that.
I do admire her, though, really. Always felt like she could have done better than settle for Felix.
Ouch.
I said it. I must say, I really don't care for the den of self-delusion that he's retreated into. People are better off when they just let themselves
Aquí, Javi.
be themselves. Between you and me, I think Felix is secretly rather miserable. She mostly ignores me, if I'm honest.
How come?
Well, we're not quite on the same intellectual level.
Oh. I mean, you don't need to.
No, it's quite all right. I'm comfortable with it. Isn't he strapping?
He is big.
And so brooding.
Kinda sulky, yeah.
I can never tell what's going on in that beautiful head of his.
It just sounds like you don't know him very well.
I don't remember asking for your input. Oh, did you talk to Poppy already?
Yeah, a little bit.
And did you make any notes of what she told you?
Yeah, I did.
Lovely. Burn them. It'll all be lies.
Why would Poppy lie to us?
Because that's what she does. She's a snake. Looks like one, too.
Don't you think you're being a little unfair, Penny?
She started it.
Ya sé a quién va dirigida
Beautiful. Who is she? Wait. Is that me?
Buenas. Meriam, muchísimas gracias por ese follow. Bienvenido, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás?
Can't say I've ever
Saludos
taken
al
an
amigo
interest
Sevino
in
sobre ti
Uncle's
desde Italia, que ve tu
astronomy. On
directo.
occasion, I've dared to visit him in his tower,
Bienvenido
but
seas.
I
¿Qué
always
tal? ¿Cómo
regret it.
estás?
It's all just a little too abstract for me.
What do you mean?
Oh, did you know the sun is apparently over 400,000 miles wide? Okay, so what should I do with that information? How does it help me?
Don't look at me.
Invisible.
You're the one who memorized it.
She's a most unsavory little... She was incredibly rude about my appearance.
Which part? The giant bird arms, or...
If I were her, I'd go easy on the judgment of others. I mean, look at her. She looks like the ghost of a scarecrow. I just wish Uncle Pointer would tell her to behave herself.
Professor Pointer? Why him?
Oh, it was Uncle that called her in.
Vale, ya
She's
sabemos
his
quién contrató
responsibility.
a la
Did
detective.
you not know that?
¿Para qué? Todavía no.
She'd sit in the aviary, first thing in the morning, and paint the birds. Sometimes she'd ask me their names.
Freya was interested in studying bird species too?
No, just wanted to know their names. Isabelle, Clementine, Myrtle, Lysandre, Genevieve.
Got it, thanks.
For my 21st birthday, she gave me a framed painting. All the birds
Si lo
from a
crees
single
conveniente,
spring,
sí.
with their names written underneath. I can't begin to tell you how much I've treasured it.
Sounds like you two were close.
I feel like I always struggled to articulate my admiration for her. But she had a way of understanding unspoken things.
Vale. Luego me lo explicas. Creo que no estoy entendiendo algo.
Hello. Who penned this juicy little number?
We don't know. It's not signed.
An anonymous letter? Classic clue.
Hay un puzzle que me falta la pista 2. ¿No? ¿Dónde la habitación? 2. Simplemente 2.
I doubt Freya intended it, but the overall effect is a little unsettling.
Por el nombre que ha dicho, es
Don't
que
you
no sé
think?
quién es.
It's Flora that's the problem. She's an inescapably haunting presence, bless her.
Es que es bobo el chaval, vale. Me lo creo.
Very nice.
You've seen these before?
Yes.
All of them. Even this one of...
Yes.
Vale, esta está celosa de Poppy.
Somebody
Muy
taking an
celosa.
interest in extinct animals.
No sé
Extinct.
quién es, Javi, por muy
Oh,
dormida que
yes.
esté yo.
The
No
book
sé
is
quién es
very
el nombre que ha
old.
dicho.
Most of the birds in it are long gone.
Well, what about this bird, though? The ink dip.
This one, well, it was thought to be extinct for a long time. Then one was found here at Tangle Tower.
So
Pero si
it's
estaba
not
jugando ahora.
extinct.
You
Pero no sé quién es.
misunderstand.
Déjamelo por
It
Discord.
was the last one. The very last.
Oh.
Ah. Tía. No recuerdo lo que ha puesto. Ya ves tú.
Haven't seen this one in a while. He lives in the music room, doesn't he?
Currently.
Oh, did Fitz show you that?
Not exactly.
Déjalo, Javi, déjalo.
We found it hidden under his bed.
Ah, right. There used to be all kinds of birds here at Tangle Tower. The most fascinating breeds, all totally unique.
Used to be? There are birds all over the place.
Most of them are rather ordinary, I'm afraid.
What happened to the non-ordinary ones?
Correcto, no me gusta.
That is a very good question. I must say the girls are awfully well behaved today. I think they know we're in the presence of company.
They belong to you? Why do you keep them in a cage?
They need a special diet, particular treatment.
Ser ignorante es igual a ser
occasionally,
feliz,
of
Javi.
course.
Piénsalo.
But they're all one of a kind. I couldn't let anything happen to them.
Do they have names?
Of course. Let me introduce you to Tabitha, Tamara, and Tatiana.
I've already forgotten all three of those names.
Which one is which?
Oh, that's simple. Tatiana is the oldest, Tabitha is the most patient, and Tamara has the best sense of
Do what you want, cause a pirate is free.
Mira, ahí tienes a Héctor.
It's just my hat. It doesn't have a name. We named it Hat.
Ali Héctor.
That's rather strange now, isn't it?
Lo he avisado.
We found it in your room.
Just
Gracias
lying
por esa
around, was it?
redescripción. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo
Nope.
estás?
You'd hidden it, but we found it.
We do that.
Who's the her in the message? And what's the deal with the petals?
It's really none of your business.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, it's my, my flower.
You don't like it?
I'm no good at caring for plants. I forget to water them. Birds are much easier. They're a lot more vocal when they get thirsty.
Do you at least like the look of the flower?
The look?
The colors? The shape of it?
Between you and me, I think it's a little vulgar.
Vale, vale. Vale. Creo que le he preguntado todo lo que tiene que ver con ella. Oh, se lo tengo que preguntar a todos, la verdad.
Gaudy old thing, isn't it?
Ay, no le he
Flora
preguntado a
seems
la
very
otra por la
fond of it.
cita de
I've
miedo.
never understood why. But then I could say the same thing about her husband.
Heyo!
Goodness me. Poppy really doesn't take care of her belongings, does she?
It wasn't in Poppy's room. It was in the little pond in the garden.
Exactly! Hardly the place for it.
Tus sobrinos hay que
There's something
practicar.
about those petals we found in Penny's
Bien,
room.
ya tenemos algo.
Something suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
So, yeah, we found this.
Oh, that's nothing.
Ya, ya, no.
You wrote, "Now I'll get her," on a piece of paper and hid it in your room. That's not nothing.
Actually, it's not the message I wanted to ask about. It's those red flower petals.
The petals.
They're from red roses, and there's only one place in Tangle Tower with red roses.
We need a clue. Something that shows the roses. And who they belong to. It's a drawing of Fitz and Poppy in the rooftop garden. See what Fitz is holding?
I can't imagine what you're getting at. But it doesn't matter. I couldn't have taken anything from the rooftop garden.
Ajá.
It's only accessible from Fitz's room or Poppy's room. How could I have taken something from a garden to which I have no access?
Is it really only accessible from those two bedrooms?
For most people, it would be. But don't forget, Penny's the resident ornithologist.
Ajá.
My dears, what are you accusing me of?
Hostia, ¿cómo y por qué decidió Penny acceder al jardín de la azotea? ¿Que los pájaros se utilizasen para matar?
One of Penny's birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz and distract them. Almost. Maybe just change
Me pegaba,
one thing. One of Penny's birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz, but it didn't work. Almost. Maybe just change
No responde a
one
la pregunta de
thing.
arriba. Ya, pero es que... estas opciones tampoco me responden la pregunta de arriba. Estos entiendo que no pueden ser, porque los que estaban en el jardín eran estos. Porque ellos estaban planeando un
One
asesinato.
of Penny's birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz because they were planning a murder. Almost. Maybe just change one thing. One of Penny's birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz and
Robarles
steal
pruebas.
evidence from them.
Bueno,
We know
Vale,
those
sí,
two have been
la-
spending
los
time
pétalos.
together in the rooftop garden. I'm guessing you got paranoid. Wanted to know what they were up to.
I'm just not the jealous type. I would never suspect Fitz of anything like that.
ya, ya.
Besides, Tabitha hardly ever leaves her cage. She's certainly never flown up to the rooftop garden.
We need a clue to compare with Penny's birds. Something to prove one of them has been in the rooftop garden.
Las plumas.
Let's take a closer look at these.
La pluma amarilla.
This yellow
No, el
feather
invernadero no.
was left behind by Penny's yellow bird when it visited the greenhouse. Almost. Maybe just...
Invernadero no.
This yellow feather
Ese
was left
sí.
behind by
Ahí me he
Penny's yellow
equivocado.
bird
Le he dado
when
muy
it
rápido.
visited the rooftop garden.
Ah, ya, te han pillado.
Can't stand it! Knowing the two of them are hidden away up there in their private little garden. I couldn't risk spying on them myself, so I asked dear Tabitha to do it for me. I knew she'd be able to bring me back some evidence.
Sorry, Penny, but are you not overreacting a little?
You don't understand. Fitz is slipping away from me. He's so quiet with me these days, but being with Poppy seems to bring him out of his shell. I don't know what he sees in her miserable little... I apologize. This really isn't your burden to bear.
Vale. Vamos con el tío.